I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Elon Musk is known for his willingness to express his opinions, even on sensitive topics, through social media. Frequently, his comments and tweets on controversial issues create a significant stir and go viral.
The goal of Hamas was to provoke an overreaction from Israel. They obviously do not expect to, have a military victory, but they really wanted to commit the worst atrocities that they could.
In this video, we will explore how Musk has challenged and critiqued woke culture with his bold rhetoric. As a billionaire and the mastermind behind innovative companies like SpaceX, Tesla, and The Boring Company, Musk not only aims to revolutionize technology, he also has ambitious goals, such as sending humanity to Mars and advancing sustainable technologies. Politically, he doesn't align with a single side, supporting both conservative and liberal ideas at different times. However, he has been particularly vocal about what he calls the woke mind virus.
You call it the woke mind. Yes, it's the name you gave to that,
woke mind
that
virus,
illness. Woke mind illness. What's that virus?
Yeah, so
It's coming to Europe. I have to advise you, huh?
yes, well, this is not something you should import from America. Please don't import the woke mind virus. It's bad. Essentially, to summarize maybe the woke mind virus, it consists of creating very, very divisive identity politics. So it actually amplifies, mind virus, in my view, amplifies racism, amplifies, frankly, sexism, and all the isms. And while claiming to do the opposite, it actually divides people and makes them sort of hate each other, and it makes people hate themselves.
The relationship between Elon Musk and his eldest child, Xavier, has been rocky, largely due to their differing views on transgender issues. In his early years as a Democrat, Musk supported Xavier in pursuing hormone treatments and surgery. However, as his child underwent more gender-affirming care, Musk began to feel a profound sense of loss. He admitted he didn't initially understand much about transitioning, but changed his perspective as he learned more. He now claims his son has been sterilized and destroyed by wokeism, and in an interview with Jordan Peterson, he vowed to combat what he calls the woke mind virus.
I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This was before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion.
In several interviews, Musk has expressed his disagreement with the increasing restrictions on freedom and open discussion. In a recent conversation with Bill Maher, he didn't hold back when discussing wokeism, arguing that it stifles free speech and makes it difficult for people to express themselves without fear of backlash.
And so I lost my son, essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that situation now.
Right.
It's not pretty, and lots of demolished kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason to be the final straw. All right, so let's.
So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that. And we're making some progress.
Join the club.
Yeah.
The term woke mind virus, which Musk frequently mentions, refers to an ideology that, according to him, spreads like a disease, affecting not only the media and politics, but even family life. He argues that it distorts people's thinking and allows toxic individuals to act cruelly while appearing virtuous. In his conversation with Peterson, Musk made it clear that his mission is to eradicate this virus, and he is serious about it.
So freedom of speech is absolutely fundamental to a good future. And yeah, that's the reason for requiring Twitter and Twitter just making it a free speech platform. I think it was like, I think, very important to just the future of civilization.
Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur known for his groundbreaking ventures in technology and space exploration, has become a polarizing figure in contemporary discourse. At the forefront of his recent public commentary is his strong critique of what he terms wokeism. Musk posits that this cultural phenomenon poses a multifaceted threat, not just to the principle of free speech, but also to innovation, societal progress, and personal relationships.
I think we need to be very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic, and anything that is that results in the suppression of free speech. So, those are two of the aspects of the woke mind virus that I think are very dangerous. Is that it's often anti-meritocratic. You can't question things. Even the questioning is bad.
Musk's concerns about wokeism extend beyond mere philosophical musings. He believes it has tangible consequences for how individuals interact in both personal and professional spheres. In his view, the push for extreme political correctness and cancel culture stifles creativity and open dialogue. This perspective led him to take dramatic steps, most notably his acquisition of Twitter, which has since been rebranded as X. Purchasing the social media platform for an astonishing $44 billion was more than a financial investment. It was a declaration of war against what Musk perceives as a prevailing climate of censorship and ideological bias.
Another way to almost synonymous would be cancel culture. And obviously people have tried to cancel you many times.
Many times.
Yeah, I mean,
every week.
Yeah.
His vision for X is ambitious. He aims to cultivate a space that champions free expression. Musk envisions a platform where users can voice their opinions, share controversial ideas, and engage in robust discussions without the looming threat of being silenced or marginalized for holding views that diverge from mainstream narratives. This ambition is rooted in his belief that a healthy democracy relies on open discourse, where differing opinions can coexist, challenge, and ultimately enrich the collective understanding.
And it's not just propagating the mind virus, but suppressing any opposing viewpoints.
Yes. Well, in order for the virus to propagate, it must suppress opposing viewpoints. So.
Because it doesn't stand up to scrutiny.
Correct.
Yeah.
You've felt the virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. People try to cancel you so many times.
One of Musk's chief concerns is the role of social media in shaping public discourse. He has pointed out that many platforms tend to favor specific viewpoints while actively suppressing dissenting opinions. In this context, he refers to the phenomenon he dubs the woke mind virus, a term he uses to describe what he sees as an insidious spread of overly progressive ideologies that curtail freedom of thought and expression. Musk argues that this mindset permeates not only online platforms, but also extends into various facets of everyday life, including corporate environments and educational institutions.
A recipe for trouble, I suppose, or contention.
What was it ultimately that led you to make the decision to do it?
I mean, this is going to sound somewhat melodramatic, but I was worried about that it was having a corrosive effect on civilization. That it was just having a bad.
When Musk took control of Twitter, he initiated a series of controversial changes aimed at dismantling what he perceived as entrenched biases within the platform. One of his earliest actions was to lay off a significant number of employees, particularly those associated with what he considered a culture of wokeness. This bold move was not simply a standard corporate restructuring. It was a stark statement against the perceived ideological leanings of the platform's previous management. The backlash to Musk's decisions was immediate and intense. Critics voiced their concerns, arguing that his approach could undermine the values of inclusivity and respect that many believe are essential to a healthy workplace. Detractors claimed that his actions were creating a toxic environment, alienating employees and users alike who felt marginalized by his changes. This controversy sparked widespread media coverage and public debate, highlighting the growing divide in opinions about the role of woke culture in society.
It's a Twitter bloodbath. Nearly 4,000 fired in one fell swoop. Half the global workforce.
3,700
workers being told, yeah, we don't need your services anymore. I mean, that's a lot of...
Despite the criticism, Musk has remained steadfast in his beliefs. He views himself as a champion of free speech, believing that the only way to combat wokeism is through the promotion of open debates and discussions. Musk emphasizes that cancel culture and political correctness actively work to suppress these vital conversations, creating an atmosphere where individuals are afraid to speak their minds. His perspective is further complicated by his personal experiences, particularly his relationship with his son, Xavier. This dynamic has influenced Musk's views on societal pressures and the importance of allowing individuals, especially young people, to explore and express their identities freely. The interplay between his personal life and his public stance on these issues adds a layer of complexity to the discourse surrounding woke culture and its impact on family and society. As Musk continues to wield significant influence over public conversations, it's clear that his battle against wokeism is far from over. He is determined to push back against what he perceives as a fundamental threat to freedom and progress. His actions and statements signal that he will not shy away from confronting the prevailing narratives, regardless of the pushback he receives. In the coming years, we can expect Musk to remain a prominent figure in discussions about free speech, innovation, and the cultural shifts shaping our society. Whether you agree with his views or not, one thing is certain: Musk's willingness to challenge the status quo and provoke thought ensures that his voice will be heard loud and clear. In a world increasingly shaped by digital dialogue and cultural discourse, Elon Musk's vocal opposition to wokeism underscores a critical juncture in our society. His commitment to free speech and open debate challenges us all to reflect on the values we uphold and the spaces we create for differing opinions. Whether you view Musk as a visionary defender of freedom or a controversial provocateur, one thing is clear: his actions will continue to spark conversation and inspire debate. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to engage thoughtfully and openly. Let's embrace the richness of diverse perspectives and encourage conversations that push the boundaries of our understanding. What do you think? Are we at a crossroads in how we approach dialogue, or is this merely a momentary blip in the ongoing cultural evolution? Share your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, keep questioning, keep debating, and stay curious.